with that. I have.
You might didn't get my best angle. It's about angle, wide receivers, baby. About angles, baby. About angles. Let's go.
All right, make sure I'm sure all angles. So that angle's okay.
Oh, that angle's wonderful.
That's a good angle.
That's great. You see that arm? Oh, we're gonna compare arms.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo. You gonna show everybody your gun? Your gun's here.
Oh, look at that tricep.
You gonna show everybody your gun? Where your gun show?
Coming in.
My friend is on here talking about Tiff can sing.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey.
Oh, sorry. That one's on which one?
It's on YouTube.
YouTube.
That was on Facebook. I'm
Facebook.
gonna tag you. Is it on yet? Let's see. Woo! It's that time. Time for the dopest sports show on radio to invade your airwaves. It's The Crush, streaming live on the Sensation Station Network and also broadcasted on WBLZSports.com. I am your humble co-host, E. Glaze, and with me as always, in a regular shirt, Macy Hurry. What's happening, Hurry?
Yeah. I didn't, I realized I didn't want to do y'all like that, man. I've been working so hard. I didn't want to put the guns out there for y'all. I'll put them on the wraps for the winter.
Thank you, man. We ain't ready for that right now.
Nah. Y'all not ready for that. I gave it to them at Georgia Tech yesterday, and
how would they feel?
well, one of the coaches walked by, like, you got any eligibility left? I was like, nah, I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
Checking on the eligibility, huh?
Yeah. Probably because I was dressed like, you know how I do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I was b-boy, hip-hop-ish, a little bit, all that.
So, hey, man, just be, we got company. You know what I'm saying? We just got to be good.
No problem.
Tiffany knows us. She been around them.
Yeah.
She almost walked in without the code in her hand. Like, I know how to get in here. I've been here. She say she from the real HU.
Oh, boy. There you go.
We'll tell you which one she's from if you haven't seen
You getting people started.
We also got to talk to Tiffany about a whole bunch of things. She's going to be our guest today. She was involved with the concussion protocol. She's also just told me something in the hall I didn't know about her other thing she's about to jump into. So she has a whole lot of things. She's a lawyer. She's an agent. She owns companies. She's every woman, like that song say. She's every woman. But we also, it's Monday, which means it's what, Maceo?
Crushing the college football. We're crushing college football.
We got a guy here who might not be too happy with the Final Four yesterday.
Hey. Man, wait a minute. Before we kill, man, shout out to you for finally get some picks right this week.
I hit what I hit.
Man, shout out to you.
You saw the Crush do that thing though.
I said he finally got in the race.
I did some things, man.
Man, that guy got 12 picks right.
It took 12 weeks, but I got it in.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I went back and changed, and I went against myself because I said I wasn't gonna take Kansas City.
You sure did.
But at the last second, I was like, you know what? The Jets not gonna show up.
Yeah.
The Jets showed up.
Showed up.
Shame on me.
Yeah.
And I didn't take my Cowboys again.
You sure did.
I didn't take my Cowboys.
Yeah, man. But then we got one more game to see how that finish out. Everybody think Pittsburgh should run over Cincinnati.
They should.
Right?
Yeah.
They
should.
We're going to have all that in. But today, man, college football is on we're going to talk about the games this weekend, the picks, the bowl games. Bobby Oliver will be in to give us his perspective. I'm sure it's not a good one. We also going to give some highlights to some schools around the area, like the University of Georgia.
Georgia State, baby. Shout out to Georgia State.
Georgia State, Kennesaw State, and also Reinhardt for making it to the NAIA championship game.
That's right.
Shout out to all those schools, man. You're doing Georgia proud right now, man. Doing Georgia proud.
Man, you can play football everywhere in this state.
Well, we were 2 for 3 this year, man. One team got in the bowl, one team in the playoffs, and we're working on the other team.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So we got a lot going on. Tiffany will be in our hot topic coming up next, and then we're going to interview Tiffany because we got a lot to talk about. Cause we trying to get us a few dollars. Cause I swear I ain't right. My wife swears something wrong with me. She like, you might have a touch of that yourself. You might need to see if you can get $1 or $2.
I have realized CT know that.
Really?
Yes.
We're gonna talk about that. Oh, yeah. In Realist today, it might be 2 segments. Y'all do a lot of crazy things out there. Especially one tight end that I will be mentioning today. So
I got him too.
yeah, so we
I
might
think I got him.
We might have to tag team on him.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
tag team on him.
Right.
So y'all sit back, relax. 2 hours to go. The fist is up. The crush is on the air. So here we go. Let's go. All right, Tiffany. Tag you in.
We might avoid Nate Trez.
I'm gonna. I need to share your link so everybody can see
Nate
everything.
Trez. I sent. I
whole
already
thing.
tagged you in it.
You tagged it too?
I
Okay.
tagged you in it already.
In yours or?
I just from the state, so I tagged
Oh,
them
okay.
so everybody can see. The whole
It's still
studio.
up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. Hello, everybody that's watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to put up the link and share so you can see the entire studio and see the entire interview instead of only just seeing me. But
Y'all might just want to see her though.
Yeah, you might.
you know, well, no.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
I got ready for the camera. Somebody told me I should just come like I'm coming from Orange Theory, but
I mean, I'm always
anybody
ready.
knows
I'm
me
always
know
ready for the camera.
We don't do that. You gotta be. You gotta be cute. You gotta stay ready. So you ain't gotta get ready.
Hey. I'm just saying. Them the words I live by.
So I'm going to stop this so if you all can watch on the other link.
Man.
That would be
Glaze
great.
Tripping.
Great.
Glaze finally got in the game, y'all.
Hey, it took a while.
Who you talking about?
His
But-
NFL picks.
We do
Oh,
picks every week.
He
they're talking
finally
about
got in the
NFL.
game.
Okay,
He
I see
finally
you
got in
all,
the game.
and I'm gonna put up the other link right now.
That's your Facebook Live?
Yeah.
Oh, you killing me, huh?
Why you say that?
Yeah, heart just flying all over the place. Got my little thing. I ain't doing nothing. No.
See, y'all both tagged me.
Yeah, we want to make sure you get the link.
Oh, okay. Where is it though? Say the page you requested.
It ought to be on your page.
Say the page.
Go
Oh,
to-
but can I go
just
to yours and then just share it or something?
Yeah.
My phone is acting silly. It won't even allow me to
Well, just go to
go to your page.
Now click go to Sensation Station.
But isn't it on your page?
It's on my page, but
30
you act like you
seconds.
can't pull my page. Oh, there you go. Keep going now. Go up. Right there.
Is it right here?
Share right there.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, boy. Dogs got Baker Mayfield, but that's gonna be. That could be tough.
Coming back to Hot Topics.
Hey, we're going into this hot topic right now where we're going to talk about college football right now. And I want to get Tiffany's take on it.
Okay.
So we got to see what Tiffany. Welcome, Tiffany.
Hello.
As she get her hair
Thank
together
you.
with the microphone. They got to
Thank-
work together.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
see.
you for having me.
Yeah, we good?
Yep,
All
I'm
right.
good.
And so it was released this weekend, Maceo and Tiffany. The Final Four teams. Number 1 is Clemson. Number 2 is Oklahoma. Number 3 is the Georgia Bulldogs. And number 4, Alabama. Number 5 is Ohio State. And number 6 is Wisconsin. I will ask you first, surprised by any of that? Let's start with you, Tiffany.
Oh, am I surprised? No, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm surprised. You know, Alabama took that hit with Auburn, but we know Alabama's going to be in there, right? I mean,
That was a question. It was questionable.
that was questionable.
Because the committee was, we going to conference championship matter. And we found out that it didn't matter.
Well, right.
Because it's Bama. You know, last year was Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna talk more about it, Maceo, because we got to talk about it with our guy Mark. What's your thoughts when you saw it?
Wasn't really shocked. In my opinion, I think they did get it right. We basically said that loss to Iowa was going to hurt Ohio State. You look at what Alabama did. You lose a rivalry game in Auburn. Yeah,
95,000. Right.
They've been playing. They've been borderline. But when you look at a 2-loss team, 2 losses, 1 loss. And what we also found out today was the conference championship is like the 16th bullet point. So
really?
It kind of matters, but it really doesn't, because the whole goal is to take
with that far down.
The top. Yeah. So that came out today.
I think the biggest thing about me was everybody's talking about the Ohio State Alabama thing, but the thing is no love for the Pac-12. No team in the top 6. You know what I'm saying?
They eliminated themselves early though.
But I mean, USC had 2 losses,
right?
And they won their conference title. Wisconsin was okay, but I thought they would have slid them in. I didn't say they should be in the 4,
okay,
but to not be in the 6 was kind of surprising to me. I mean, that just basically said the West Coast, y'all ain't really playing football out
there. But this was funny, and I kind of had this thought from the start. The Pac-12, again, when we start talking about the playoff, if you're really serious about rewarding conference championships, you would have 5 teams, because you have 5 Power 5 schools,
right? 5
conferences. So clearly, a conference is going to get left out every year,
right?
This year, 2 conferences basically got shut out.
2 conferences,
because at the end of the day, and like everybody keeps saying, the goal was to get the 4 best teams,
right?
When you look at Wisconsin, the thing I was trying to get everybody to understand, it's hard to go undefeated. No matter the conference, whatever you're doing, to get kids, 18 to 22-year-olds, to basically chase perfection every week, when you know what they go through during the week. For these kids every week to line up and perform, more talented teams couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So your hat has to go off to Wisconsin. Yeah. They actually could have won that game.
They had
and I think they looked at Ohio State, was like, you know what? They couldn't even put away this team.
Right.
Because it took a 4th down stop for them to get it.
And I mean, Tiffany, just looking at it, I don't want to. Looking at overall, I just say 2 conferences, not an even, So they tried to reward the Big 10, not the Big 12, whatever it is. We're saying, we're going to give y'all 5 and 6. We just can't put you in the 4.
Right.
I mean, when you look at it like that, and I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask you later on when we get to the college football segment, is this system flawed?
I've always believed the system's flawed. I mean, has always been my problem with college football, and the way the structure is. That going in, I didn't quite understand it when I first got into football. Little girl watching it, I didn't understand. Okay, going to bowl games, but this team, they have the best record, but they're not in the wait, they're not in the championship. Wait, okay, so but then you have someone that's lost 2 or 3 games, but they are, and then they can be. It got so confusing, but I still don't agree with the way the system is. But is it going to change? I don't think so.
It's not going to change.
It doesn't look like it.
It's not going to change. And the reason it's not going to change, because at the end of the day, what they really want is what they have, the debate. They want us to continue to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Simple. The only league that doesn't do it with a full playoffs, but we'll be right back. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
That's what they want. They like, man, look, man, we ain't studying y'all.
Y'all think they would ever go like the pro, like pro football?
Mm-mm.
No.
I just think it's too much money in the bowls and everything. I think, like Maceo said, they like this controversy. They like being the number 1 topic.
Because you're going to talk about it.
They were the number 1 topic all day against NFL. It was coming on at 1 o'clock. They were the number 1 topic all day.
And even in the offseason, you still going to talk about it, because you're going to still say they got it wrong. They got it wrong.
So they the number 1 topic, so now everybody's mad. It's all about you. Interview time. Interview time.
Yeah, I got it in.
Okay.
I was trying to get in the HU stuff like quick.
Are you trying to slide that in? The real HU.
But, oh boy, this mouse ain't working.
The real HU.
Does yours have what is it? It's like a delay?
Yeah.
Is it a
Yeah,
delay?
it's gonna be a delay.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought Facebook Live was Facebook Live.
Facebook Live is, but that right there,
That feeds
the Mevo,
into Facebook.
yeah,
Oh,
it's-
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
it slows it
said,
down a little bit. Give you about 2 or 3 seconds
I
delay.
said, wow.
Yeah. So you find yourself, you moving later, you be like, uh-oh,
Right.
like the Matrix.
I think Prime did that on purpose so that if we curse, he can try to get it out.
Mhm.
It's on.
15 seconds.
Somebody said they saw you at career day. Some dude named Polo Deck plays.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, them my kids, them my youngins.
Yeah.
They supposed to be checking me out now.
Yeah, I said that was him. That
Yeah.
was him.
Come on, freaking.
Oh, I turned career day out. Listen, if you want your career day lit, who else? Bring your boy.
Coming back.
And we go into this crushing interview brought to you by Orsi Software. The Orsi team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. Orsi's motto is when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to orsi.com for more information. Maceo, please introduce our guest, sir.
She's only an NFL agent / criminal attorney. She probably did a lot of shopping at Military Circle. Y'all know nothing about this. I got to be from that. Y'all got to be from the area to understand
HU for
that.
The real HO.
There you go, Tiffany Parker, reported to the microphone. What's happening, Tiff?
What's up?
What's
Thank
happening?
You. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. You know,
What's happening?
we gave y'all a little taste, but now we're about to really get
Yeah,
into
it's all about her right now.
So let me just start with this. You know, where did all this real HU stuff come from? Hampton, who disrespected y'all coming to the Big South Conference and everything? Talk to us about Hampton.
I know.
And y'all already knew and didn't tell nobody.
Yeah, that's
Hampton
right.
University. Oh, it was in the works, and they talked about it for a while. But I'm happy about the move. People have their opinions about it, but I think it's a good move for us. Change. We need some change. We need to shake things up. It was time for us to come on up out of the MEAC. It was about time.
Yeah, go miss y'all.
Well, but the rivalry is with, I would say, we're not allowed to say it with an H, so it's Howard.
The school of
That's
DC.
the other team, yes.
The school of
The other
DC.
school, rather.
Those Bisons.
Those Bison, they lost us again. Again. That's what I hear that. Is that our alma mater in the background? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there we at. There we go. As you slide stuff in. Hampton's alma mater is being played.
Yeah.
Wow.
HU.
The real HU, they say.
Yeah.
So you don't say it's Howard? It's not
Yes,
Howard.
We say it with an O. OWARD.
Y'all dropped that. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Rivalries
They
are
know.
real.
They know.
Wow. All right.
Rivalries are real.
It is. What you man? Keep it going, Mason. I'm just kind of sorry.
Well, let's talk about your journey into representing NFL players. How does a young lady get into this line of business?
Oh, young lady. I like being called a young lady.
Right.
Hey.
Yes.
Well, I went to Hampton, undergrad, majored in music, and then I went on to Emory Law School and became a lawyer, came out of there, and while attending Georgia State at the same time. So I got my MBA at Georgia State while getting my law degree at Emory. I knew I wanted to come out and be an entrepreneur right off the bat, start my own law firm. I didn't want to work for anyone. And I love sports. I was a track and field athlete, and I always followed football since I was little. But while in law school, I met players who were still in the league and became friends with some guys who were just getting out of the league, and they were broke. And what I mean by broke, meaning they did not have anywhere really to turn. They had spent all their monies. And my first question always was, well, who was your advisor? Who was your agent? You know, did they help you? Are they helping you now? And the answer was always, well, once the check stopped, then agents gone. They don't pick up the phone. Don't really have any other skill set besides football. So nobody really prepared them for life after football. We know that the NFL stands for not for long. And
without a doubt.
And I wanted to work with those guys. I began to just have a yearning to work with those guys to help build them up for on and off the field, to build their brand on and off the field, rather.
We talk about this in NFL as a man-driven type league. For you to come in and for players to believe in you and ready for you to help them take the next level, how was that process for a lot of players when you approached them?
Well, I will say with this new generation, I think they were more open to me once they realized that I knew what I was talking about. As soon as I began to talk about the game and the business, because that is what's key, is the business of the game, they understand, okay, wow, she knows what she's talking about. And I will say this, a lot of them come from single parent homes, and I look like mom. And you know, I tend to take control like mom, so they have that sense of familiarity with me,
right,
that they may not have with their male counterparts, or you know, an older, let's say, white male agent. It's about being relatable, and for me, it has not been hard on that side. I have not experienced the sexism. It has been more so when I get in front of the teams or when I am around other agents that I experience the sexism. Not as much from the players.
Well, you just already opened up the next set of questions. We'll be right back.
It really is true. These young guys, they just want to know if you give them some money.
If my check comes.
They want to know, yes, you know, what can you bring to the table different than someone else? I mean, that's bottom line. They don't care if you're female or male.
What my check?
You know, yeah. Now I get older players, you know, retired players that I talk to. I'm like, would you have hired a female? They tell me, no, nope,
Really?
not at all. Wouldn't have given you a chance. You know, but that's just, I understand it. I understand it.
They honest, huh?
Wow.
You know,
They can't understand.
you know, they said just because you know you're a woman. I get it. I get it.
That's crazy.
But now they sit back. Oh, I saved my question. Save my question. Know that.
Twitter truth.
Yeah,
seconds.
that's what I was waiting on.
20 seconds.
Y'all funny. I'm learning. Oh gosh, Cowboys. Awful. I'm sorry, that struck a nerve.
We're back.
Struck a nerve. Uh-oh.
Tiffany Porter. She keep dropping stuff on me.
She gonna mess around and make me start telling some of her military circle stories.
I start some stuff up in here.
That's a big mall.
Oh
I know
my
you know.
gosh.
I know you did some things in that mall.
Yeah.
Please.
We're here with
Looks to kill.
NFL agents
Don't talk about them Cowboys.
/ lawyer.
Woo.
Tiffany
Tender.
Porter's in the building. Make sure we're about to get into something, but we're gonna make sure ask the question, man, before you get into your feelings.
Right.
man,
Before I get all in my feelings,
Please.
I'm back out my feelings. I'm back out.
Please. Oh my gosh.
Tiffany, what is it about the business that these guys don't understand that it is a business. Why does it take them so long to grasp that concept?
I blame the media and pretty much what they see on television, and I won't say, not blaming it on any culture, but in this hip hop culture, and when we see these athletes spending money and what they have, that's what they're looking at versus looking at it that as a business, because you have these owners that they've been around for years, right? And so they've seen players come and go, and it is truly an investment. And until a player realizes that they are the investment, I mean, you know, the owners are making the investment in them, so they are taking that risk, and that they must perform at a high level at all times, or they will get rid of that risk. I mean, it makes sense. It's business sense. They have to understand that while they're in the NFL, if they even get the opportunity to play in the NFL, that they must exploit the NFL and use that platform to have a foundation for their brand and to sustain their families later. You know, the average lifespan and career of an NFL player is 3.5 years. We're not talking about your Brett Favre's, your, you know,
the big money guys.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. We're not talking about those guys. We're talking about, you know, you got a 53-man roster. That's a lot of players.
Right.
And, you know, and they have tryouts every Tuesday. That's when everybody else is off, right? All the players get off on Tuesday.
Right.
And those teams are constantly bringing in fresh meat, you know, bringing in new players, you know, that can take their spots, because it's who's the next best thing. And if I am an owner, I'm trying to make the most of my investment in this team, and I want the most reward. And so the players really have to understand that this is a business first. It's not anything emotional, or you can't get your emotions tied up in it. You can't get tied up in the glamour, because I believe what happens is, especially with the NFL, this money is not guaranteed, right? They go in, they spend all of this money before they get their first check,
right,
and then they get hurt.
Then they get hurt
During a preseason game at that.
Or even like those quarterbacks who get hurt in
non-contact
injuries.
Right.
Hadn't even got to the money
yet.
And so all of the players are not as fortunate as a Jadeveon Clowney, who, you know, he got hurt, right? But he got the guaranteed money.
Well, yeah, he was top of our draft.
Guaranteed money. Number one pick, you get the guaranteed money, right? That signing bonus, you keep that. But for the majority of the players, they don't have that. Right. So if you get hurt, I mean, you know, it might be over. It might be over, and then you have to work your way up. But like I said, there is someone always waiting for your spot. And so it is best for you to really utilize that time and take advantage of the time that you have in the NFL to really, you know, plant your foot in your community, as well as get yourself prepared for life after football.
Yeah, I want y'all to understand something about the NFL. I want y'all to realize every Tuesday there are people coming up there to take a job.
Hey, baby, we get that same productivity for the low.
You know, if a kicker miss a kick on Sunday, there's a kick in on Tuesday trying to get that job.
Absolutely.
For the low.
Hey.
Absolutely. And we as agents, we're trying to get our players in there. They're not on the active roster. Guess what? We're trying to get them. We're trying to get them in for a workout.
Angling.
Yeah, I got this kid. You ain't seen him. I mean, you ain't seen him.
You ain't seen him yet.
You ain't seen him yet. Telling you. Telling you.
We'll be right back.
Sign my guy.
Yeah, my guy dope, man.
I know.
Sign my guy.
They only give you a few chances with that. You come with somebody that's garbage.
Ooh,
they won't give you a chance.
They see your number.
Nah. Yeah, they're like,
I don't have
the phone call. You know, she said I said it. He straight go. He couldn't catch a pass.
No. Yeah, don't sign that. No.
Somebody quarterback threw the ball too hard. What's wrong with you, man?
I gotta get up on my social media stuff. So I forgot you can go live on Instagram too. I mean Snapchat.
Yeah, go live on Insta.
Hey Hey, this is Tiffany.
What's going on, y'all?
Daniel.
What's happening,
Glaze. Maceo. Gonna show us his gun show tonight.
She gonna make me go put on this small t-shirt.
Yeah.
The Crush.
Gotta go get swole.
I'm trying not to do it to y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
After that mean weight room session I had today, I'm trying not to do it to
Trying
y'all.
to do it to me. All right, man. Appreciate
Trying to show y'all these traps. I had them 70-pound dumbbells slanging.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be talking about NFL, anything sports related, legal community, HS, and just everything going on with my agency and what's new in
30
the
seconds.
legal field, especially with the protests.
Yeah, we jumping into that.
You know,
Your earphones are clogged. They killing you right now.
Yeah.
Typical, you got the super duper.
I did do.
I don't know how y'all take the microphones off each and every time. See, with this
10
hair, I can't do that.
Yeah, I know. You gotta just leave 'em on there. You know,
Coming back.
you got a lot going on. I don't wanna mess that up.
Hey, Melanie. This is also on Facebook Live.
We're back, man. You know, just got y'all agent talk. Let me ask you a question. You are a lawyer as well,
Yes.
and one of your things you said you use is criminal defense. Which one is harder? Trying to represent a client who's trying not to go to jail, or represent an NFL player who's trying to get in the league?
Well, I would probably say being an agent is harder. However, being a criminal attorney, it wears on your soul and your spirit, because you have someone that is facing 15, 20 years, you know, that weighs on you. It can be it's a burden that you carry because you pretty much have your client's fate in your hands. But for me, that's not as grueling as sitting in someone's home, a stranger's home I've never met, and trying to get them to come with me and trust me in the 30 minutes that I have to pitch to them.
You have Tupac in the background playing "Come With Me."
Well, you know, and then people are looking at you like this, right? They're just straight faced, and you really have to prove yourself. And the agent world is really a dog-eat-dog world. I mean, you eat what you kill. And I will say on the criminal side, you know, you're going to get clients, and clients are going to come in, and you're going to have people that refer people to you. And based on my expertise, I can tell people, okay, we should go this route. You should do this. This is the way we're going to handle your case. We go to trial. This is my strategy. But with the agency stuff, you really have to get to know the player before you walk in the door. Right? And so you need to know
Everything
things as much as possible, and even little nuances. I think I pay so much attention to detail that people are surprised when I know things about them that most people wouldn't even touch on. Right? So, you know, I mean, we can talk about favorite foods and little, you know, silly things like that, but it's different personalities that you have to try to link with, because people they're looking at you, well, me as a black woman coming into the room, that, you know, I have something to prove. So before we can even start to talk about business, I first have to prove that I am intelligent enough and that I have enough wherewithal to handle myself, you know, when it comes to negotiating contracts with these teams. So I first have to prove myself, and then we talk business.
Wow. So having to go into these rooms with owners, because that's who owners and GMs who we're negotiating contract with.
Right.
How tough is that? Because once upon a time, a long time ago, when I was a runner and I was in this business, a lot of the male black agents, it was tough for them.
Right.
So I can only imagine as a female.
what they call a double minority.
Right.
Yes. Double.
Just how tough is that? Or is it easier because you are female and they make take that into consideration? You know,
I'll say this: it hasn't been hard, but you have to make people respect you and take you seriously right off the gate, from the gate, coming in. I have not had the problem where they don't once they know that I understand the game. I've done my homework. I know what is expected of my player and what they should be getting based on the salaries previous from the previous years and their position and what the needs are of the team. I think they are pleasantly surprised that I actually come in there knowing what I'm talking about.
right.
And I'm not just like, oh, okay, well, we're going to take that number and we'll go with that. No, that's not the way it works.
No. Counter. Come back.
I'm sure they be like, you standing there with a Jerry Jones, which we're about to mention in a few seconds when we come back from break, because we got to talk about
him.
concussion protocol and the recent Colin Kaepernick
You know
stuff.
we got to talk about him.
We'll be right back. Come with me. Oh, Mary.
Do we have to talk about Jerry? Y'all know I'm not no fan of Jerry right now, man. Yeah, do we have to talk about Jerry?
We got to talk about him.
Gotta talk about him.
Yeah.
They still don't know we gotta talk about him.
But you know, in this industry, it's all men, and they're still gonna try you. They're still gonna try you.
Of course.
They'll try you.
Like,
Outside the boardroom, hey, what's up? You know.
That's what I'm gonna say. So
People.
you come in nice, you killing them. You
Right.
killing the gun shows out. Do
Right.
they approach you wrong sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They want to see how far. They see the ring on my finger. They want to see, okay, I'm gonna try. You know, they throw out a little bait, see if you know.
they call it shoot your shot.
Yeah. You're gonna shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
See, I see the ring, but it ain't killing me right now.
Shoot your shot.
Right.
And I always
right.
wondered that, because I mean, you want to be presentable, come out and do your
Right.
thing, but it's still male driven.
Absolutely. And they try and they will look up. I had, he was a VP of player personnel. I met him going in, we were in the airport waiting in line, and we got on the plane, you know, it said hello, I gave him my card. When I got off the plane,
30 seconds.
he was waiting for me at baggage claim, and he had looked up all my information, knew everything about me. And he's like, you know, I would like to meet up with you
20
later. And I'm like,
seconds.
yes, we can meet up later. He called me at midnight.
You talking about that meetup?
Midnight? I said, oh, no.
We talking about a different meetup.
What kind of meeting that's going to be at midnight?
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, really? No. I said, no, thank you. And, you know, trying to bamboozle me.
We're back. There you go. See, that's my producer right there. That's my producer. Old school players, the new school
She must
fools.
want me to rap. Y'all must want some of these bars.
Hey.
No, we good, bro. We good. We still with Tiffany, man. We got Tiffany.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I want to let you flow.
You lucky Tiffany here.
Tiffany here, man. Tiffany here.
Okay, guys, I'm going to give you these award-winning bars. I'm going to Grammy one day.
We're going to call her super agent, super lawyer,
Thank you.
Tiffany
I
Porter.
appreciate that.
One of the things that we talked to you about in our previous meeting that we had with you, or a previous show that we done, the concussion protocol, being a part of it and trying to get some dollars for these young men. Tell us from what your standpoint, what were you being a part of that, and what were you involved in trying to help these players out?
Okay, so I represent about a little over 100 players in the CTE settlement case. And with that, former players, they go through a process to, one, see if they qualify for it. They have to have played a certain amount of years or had a certain amount of time in the league.
What about 3 days, Mason? 3 days?
3 days? I don't know about 3 days.
So my invite to training camp.
Training camp.
Not even training camp, but like just a trial.
You don't get knocked down at training camp.
I got hit by a ball, NFL ball. It got the logo on it.
Oh my gosh.
It was NFL scouts out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't qualify. Okay, let's keep going.
We both qualified. That's
Wow. Well, keep going.
Keep going. My bad. I'm sorry.
So with CTE, the latest study that came out showing that 99% of the brain studied, there were, what was it, 111 and 110 had CTE, right?
Right.
And the CTE causes dementia, Alzheimer's, mood swings. They say it's linked to bipolar and depression, and so you have all of these different things that we really don't know.
Right.
And when you really don't know until after a player dies, right?
Right.
So they're dealing with these things in real life, and they can't function. And now with this settlement, we hope that it can get them to a place where they are able to take care of their families. The way it works, once they go through the first screening process, they then go to the doctors that are, of course, have to be approved through the settlement and by the league. And then from there they get a grade. And based on that grade will and how long they played in the league, that will determine their payout. So you can get anywhere from 1.5 million to 5.5 million.
Wow.
And really, when we look at in retrospect, that's not a lot of money if we're talking
Right.
about the rest of your life,
Right,
right?
right, right.
And you have some serious brain damage, right? But what I'm hoping and working with these players is that we can get them the help that they need to live normal lives, to function, and go back to school, provide for their families, and to do some other things, maybe start businesses that they were interested in, you know, so that they can help to grow their communities as well as, you know, feed their families. Because as I said, a lot of these players are broke. And you even have within this, in the settlement, you have people trying to come and take advantage of these players now. So now you have all of the loan sharks and these financial companies, right, that are coming in and they're saying, hey, you know, we know you're in the settlement, we're
Right.
going to give you this advance. But by the time they give them the advance and then the interest rate that's put on there, and then they get a percentage on the back end of it, then, you know, the attorneys, we still take our,
You gotta get your cut.
Gotta
Right.
get mine.
right. So you end up paying someone double for the money that should be coming to you, right? So my goal is to put as much money as in their hands as they deserve, and to make sure that no one falls through the cracks with this.
There it is. Y'all think it's a lot of money? Not that much.
Right.
I got last
And
year.
then we need to start talking about the medical cost shit.
Right.
And we'll be right back. You can tell Eric to come in. She can sit over there.
So they got this money set aside. When are they gonna pay it out?
That's the
Well,
big question.
That's what we're waiting on. But let me tell you what they've been doing too. You know, so some people get rejected,
Hey,
kick
come on
them
in.
out. Then we have to start all over again and start the appeal process.
Damn.
And it's so much.
They keep talking about we gave all the money. Well, I ain't seen nobody
Nobody
cash
They
a
say
check.
they set the money aside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, y'all set the money
Right.
aside.
So what that mean? Do they not get a
Right.
check? Can they get?
Not yet. Not yet.
Jesus.
And it's terrible. I mean, but look how long it took to get to the settlement.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying.
Years.
So
right.
is that?
Right. It's unfortunate. And that's why I encouraged everyone before the deadline to just register, because once you register, it lasts for 45 years. So you got, you know, so let's say right now you don't have those symptoms at 40, but you may have them at 60.
Right. So let me ask you this. So say the guys who sign up for
Erica Mitchell.
and say if something happens to them when they sign up, are
One
their
minute.
families signed up? Like, so do they have a beneficiary type?
No.
Oh, it's
No.
Oh.
What do you
30
mean if
seconds.
something happens to them like
So they pass
Be-
away.
Before
Before they get
the
the
money,
money.
yeah.
No, it depends on how far they've gone in the process. You know what I mean? So if they were actually cleared and they were going to get it,
15
then yes.
seconds.
But if they died, then and that was something else with the settlement. They cut that off. You can't. There's no longer
No beneficiary.
no benefits after.
Oh my
post.
God.
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, we got one more segment before we go into the rundown. So let me just you just kind of that's during the break we was talking about some things, but this CTE players haven't gotten money. Your thoughts on? Do you have any idea when they may start collecting checks? Because I'm kind of nervous now. Like if you telling us that beneficiaries is not a part of it. I need for my players to get paid before something happens.
I need a lump sum now.
Get my players some money.
Right. Oh, well, we are waiting. It's just a wait and see process, and the process takes really long. Especially we're talking about the medical costs. So if you have players that can't afford to go, there's certain doctors that charge, right? And then you have the doctors that are free. Of course, their lines are
oh
ridiculous.
yeah,
right.
We still have players who have not had the test done yet, and they're waiting.
Wow.
But we are just waiting and making sure that all of our players are ready for when they say, okay, now we're ready to cut the checks. It's a go. But they do not pay postpartum. Jeez. Oh my God. Postmortem. Yes. I'm thinking about babies.
I see. Right. Someone might act like a few babies. We can't say postpartum.
Right.
So you haven't collected your check either, then?
No, that's right. I don't get paid until they get paid. But we do.
So you getting that Bugatti? Not just messing with you.
Oh Lord, no.
Basically, we got their retainer.
No, we do not charge. Let me make this very clear. We don't charge any of the players up front. We don't see a cent until they see a cent. We actually invest in them. So in order to send them to doctors and to fly them out, no, we have to pay for that. So that comes out of my CTE budget right now.
Right.
Learned the word back in the day with boys to men called recruitment.
Yes. Well, it's in the contract. It's in the contract. We do have a retainer agreement.
Okay. Look, one thing about it now. I know some was signed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
We was playing that.
No. That's too much on the line.
Too much on the line.
Right.
Now, Glaze, it was something else you say we got to cover.
Your thoughts on the whole national anthem thing and all of that?
Okay. Well, I talked about this before on the Roland Martin show, and at the end of the day, the teams, they are separate business entities, right? And so they can make any decision that they want the player. I know the players. People are like, well, that's not right. We're going to boycott. They shouldn't be able to do that. The NFL should. Well, no, they are separate private entities, right? But I don't believe that they have the right, or any company has the right, to encroach upon your rights, or the rights that we are afforded as citizens. And these men, I mean, you have black and white that are kneeling. It's not just black men that are doing it, of the players. And they are standing up for people who cannot stand up for themselves. They are bringing more awareness to it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. And the manner in which they are doing it, what is it doing to the game? What is it doing to hurt the game?
You still play the game. It's still 60 minutes. It's
right.
Still everything. Right.
Unfortunately, Colin Kaepernick, he laid down for it, and he's not playing. And guess what? The owners, of course, can make that decision to not hire him. They may say bad press or whatnot, but now he's suing.
Do you think he has a chance with that collusion case?
It's going to be a hard battle. Let me say that. But we always take a shot, on the legal side.
We just say, shoot your shot, right, man?
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, baby.
That's right. Because someone always has to set the precedent, right? You have to take that risk and go after the big fish and show them, hey, we're not going to stand for this. He wasn't doing anything in violation of the team's rules, of the league's rules,
right.
And he should not be punished for that. It's unfortunate.
Fell on that cross.
It's unfortunate.
He definitely fell on that cross. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I just keep looking at these coaches about to get fired. I say, you really gonna get fired for not going to get a quarterback?
Right.
You rather get fired.
So you gonna ride with these bums
that can't play,
and you have a capable guy who's sitting at the house chilling. Clearly, he in shape from his photo shoots. Because he got a 9-pack.
Yeah.
He
my God.
actually got more muscles now than when he played in the league. So he's definitely in shape.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Right. He ain't just sitting around eating cookout and you know what I'm saying. He ready.
Right.
So, but you gonna get fired?
You rather get
okay.
fired instead of stand on that table and say, man, I need Kaepernick in here.
Please
now.
bring Kaepernick in, because I mean, you even look at what's going. If I'm DeAndre Hopkins, what's his name, Hopkins,
Yeah.
in Houston, once Deshaun went down, bruh, if y'all don't bring Colin Kaepernick in, I'm not playing. No matter of fact, my hamstring hurt. I'm out for the rest of the season.
Right, but
I'm
remember
done.
we talked about it's a business. It's
Right.
business first, and so that's what they're thinking about. That's the only thing that the owners are thinking about. And now these players are seeing that it's not one big happy family. Not when you mess with their dollar.
We're about to go to the rundown. We're going to bring in our girl Erica and Tiffany. Can you stay for a little bit longer?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, she can stay and chill with us because we're going to do it in the rundown because somebody got an important race to run tomorrow. We're going to talk to her about it when she comes back. So stay with us. It's The Crush. Come on, Erica. You ain't got no phone calls, do you?
No, I'm y'all want it?
Yeah, right here.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, you good right there.
Good for Benjamin.
Hey, Benjamin.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Where do I sit
You
at?
see right there?
I need to take my sweater off because I guess I.
Hey,
Devices too long.
Huh?
I mean, devices.
Hey.
Hey, can't talk about all of them. Some of them.
Hey. You don't even see that stuff.
Hey, man.
Hey, hold on. Hey, listen, hold on. Hey, listen. Oh, what's called? Hey, listen. We're right the wrong thing.
Oh my
I just keep
gosh.
looking over there.
Bobby called him traffic. He ain't gonna be able to come.
Okay.
So,
The first.
I'm a damn traffic either day.
Who, Bobby J?
No, Bobby. Olive.
Okay, I'll bring you in shortly.
Oh yeah, can you stay though?
You getting this bill? Yeah. Oh, I thought I was.
Okay.
Oh, you think you are?
Hey.
Oh,
I know you were, but yeah, really.
Are you
Nah.
tired yet?
What? Tired? Look, I just got to get through the what? What I got? 48 hours, 24 hours left.
How you feeling?
I don't know. You know what? Last time,
You have a caller.
Have y'all met?
No, I'm Tiffany Porter.
Erica Mitchell.
You know what's crazy? Both of y'all.
She's running for which is 11?
5.
It's 5.
Oh,
I'm living in Atlanta, so you know what I'm saying.
But you went to Douglas.
See, she's
It
all-
wasn't all that. It
Okay.
wasn't that when I was there.
Okay.
See what happened when you moved to the
Here's
suburbs?
the crazy thing. Both of y'all. She works with more NFL players.
They used to work with the
She does with
NFLPA.
with
NFLPA.
you do?
I did,
She's an
yeah.
agent. NFL agent.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So you know Joe
Joe
Briggs?
Who, Joe?
He's an attorney with the
30
NFLPA.
seconds.
I work with the Colbert and their people. They work with I think down in Florida for the concussion lawsuit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is
She
that
she
too
worked for
loud?
that too.
Is that okay?
Uh-huh.
Is
You
that
good?
too loud? Is that okay?
It's good.
50 seconds.
They say Georgia State over there fighting against Liberty over there. Make sure.
It's that time.
Hey.
Coming back.
Hey man, we're going to that Crush Rundown brought to us by Cricket Wireless. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. Right now we're doing a rundown. We're gonna do a little different today, Max Show, because
It's gonna be special
our girl,
because somebody got an election,
yeah,
a runoff. She's in a runoff.
somebody decided to get to a runoff instead of just winning it at the beginning. But we're gonna let that go. I'm
Get
sorry.
out and vote tomorrow.
I'm sorry, I just put that out there like that. Erica Mitchell's in the building. Cobb County. I mean, that's not Cobb County.
Oh, Lord.
All around.
Atlanta,
Public School
my
District 5
District 5.
candidate.
unlike the other numbers I threw out.
Yeah.
Before we got
I said
around.
Cobb. At least you got you ain't say Cobb.
I got Atlanta right.
You ain't got Atlanta right.
Right.
I
I'm moving
said
back to
5.
the city. Matter of fact, sign me a lease tonight. So
How you doing, Erica?
I'm good.
You okay?
I'm alright. I can't believe I'm out. Normally, the last time I was stressed, shaking, trying to figure out what do I need to do for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, okay, this is the second time I have to do this, and I'm feeling pretty confident this time.
Okay. That's what's up.
Okay, you seem like you done picked up a couple
A
of.
little green.
Yeah.
Yeah, you looking. Yeah.
Must be stressed.
There's a little stress coming around.
Has politics, has it been more than what you thought it was going to be?
Oh, it's definitely more than I thought it would be. Because I'm the type of person, I like to get things done. I don't like to talk about it.
Right.
And I see more talking than get things done. So that's something it's going to be hard for me to get used to. But the type of person I am, I'm just like, hey, what do we got to get done? I can't sit up here and chit chat about what I would like to see, what we possibly could do. No, what can we do right now?
Hey, we got a phone call, Maceo.
Hey, caller, what you crushing on? Hey, yeah. Rise up, Mike. Rise up.
Between the Falcons.
Rise up. The Cowboys won though. Oh, I'm sorry. Mike, talk to me, Mike. Talk to me.
Yeah. Hey man, how you doing? Mike giving a
Mike, say hello, ladies.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, Mike. It was a rough week, Mike. I don't know how to even get away from that.
The
Man.
Cowboys won.
That's that Georgia hate. Yeah, it is, Mike.
The Georgia hate is alive and well.
A lot went on. You know, Falcon lost, Georgia won. That's got to be tough for a guy from Tech, man. That just
Basketball team took a loss yesterday.
Yeah.
Mike.
Oh Lord.
You lost the Bethune-Cookman. You know what, Mike? I'm just gonna hang up on you, man.
Mike, got fam next week. Got fam next week at the crib, Mike. Got fam.
Thanks for calling, Mike, man. What number did Mike call us at?
Mike called the show at 678-613-5857.
Hey, man. Yeah, it was a rough week for Tech fans. There's a lot going on.
So, Erica, back to campaigning.
I don't want to keep saying that, but
What is your agenda for tomorrow? After you go vote, then you pounding the pavement?
Pound the pavement. Make sure everybody know who I am and to vote for me. We got people set up in multiple locations. We just want to get that exposure so they know, because the school board race is a race that really go under the radar.
Right.
A lot of people don't really pay attention to it, but it's one of the most important.
Very
ones.
important.
But it's okay. It is okay. Long as we out there, we're visual.
Like you about to break into spiritual over there for a minute.
What?
Break into like you about to break into song over there, boy. Let me ask you this: biggest concern tomorrow, turnout?
Turnout, yes. I think that's everybody's concern, because one of the things that we know that people don't like to go back.
I hate to say that, but yes, you're right.
Like, why?
And
You're right.
that's the reality. Whether we like it or not, but that's what we deal with. And we have to do better by going back out. We don't go out, then we don't need to complain.
This is a big. I'm telling y'all, Atlanta.
This is a big one.
Everybody outside of the perimeter looking at y'all like,
Yeah, what you gonna do?
what y'all doing in there?
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell y'all this. You can't be the black Mecca with a white male. I'm just going to.
Well,
He put it out there. That's our boy.
It's just real talk.
Yeah.
So when, Diddy and all them,
they
be
ain't
around
doing
him.
look, they ain't gonna do this with Mary.
Right. I mean,
They'll be going to show.
you're used to seeing
in New Orleans.
you're used to seeing a mayor jumping his Yukon Denali
Yeah.
and Ben Conos. Mary gonna be on the tars.
I always want to ask this. All I want to do is ask this to
I'm just saying.
we'll make sure we get us cut off.
I'm just saying.
I know, right?
Ask you this.
Bruh, we don't live in the city.
But you and Buckhead.
Buckhead. And we safe in Buckhead.
Yeah, we good down here.
Yeah, we good.
We marked. You know, I say we marked safe.
Yeah, this zip code.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to that.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
We
Yeah,
marked
let's keep
safe. Let me ask you this:
Yes.
you get elected.
Mhm.
Your first 100 days, you want to do what?
First 100 days, I mean, you got to build that trust with the community, number one. There's been promises made, promises that haven't came through. There's been a lot of turmoil in the APS Board of Education with the scandals and a lot of different things. So first thing, you want to go around, introduce yourself to parents, teachers, principals, just anyone in that school district, to let them know that you're here for them. You need to hear their concerns. You need to do your research, which I call is R&D, research and development.
Mhm.
You got to find out what it is that they truly, really need. On the campaign trail, you hear a lot of what we should do, but if that's not the need of the people,
Right.
then what you think we need to do is obsolete. So you have, for me, go around meeting everyone, finding out what's going on, what do we need to do, come up with a plan, and make goals. Like, we need to meet this goal by this time. Make sure everybody's comfortable, and make sure they have open communication, because that is key. So there's a lot of groundwork that needs to be done before I can, get on a press conference and say this is where we are. We want to get there first.
Can we get 2,000 students back to Douglas High School so we can move up to 5, 6, or 7 day staff?
Oh yeah, you want to get back in that class?
Yeah.
What is it, quad A?
You know, he want to get the big boy.
Now, I want to be big. We're used to being the kings of the city. We
Yeah,
need to
y'all
get back
were.
to right. So we
Yes.
need to we only understand king status. We don't this double A thing. It's
Oh,
not working for
man.
the it's not working for
And
our
you know
culture.
what? When I was in Riverwood, I was in AAA, so I feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. We in it for the culture, man.
Doing it for the culture.
We are a 7A program. We have a
Yeah.
school that can put 3,000 people in there comfortably, and it's only 800 students.
And we got to do better with that.
Yes.
When we come back, man, we're gonna finish up Erica because we got.
She had a pound of pavement, y'all.
Because
She got stuff to do.
She got her phone probably buzzing. We don't even
Yeah,
know.
she was all outside, all on the phone,
all in the video.
all in the video.
I'm gonna let our lawyer ask you.
Come
a
to
question.
death row.
You got a question? We'll let our lawyer ask you a question when we come back.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Yes, we need to get Douglas back to 7A.
I know.
Yeah.
Y'all used to run the city.
Right. We still run the city. We just don't run the city in the ways that we used to run. Hey,
So
Yeah.
which angle is
Hey,
that?
watch your
That's
mouth.
the YouTube one? Is
Yes.
this one?
Yeah. So this one is this one is the. I'm all over the place. So.
But the one you were just watching was the
But I'm
which
just,
one?
hey, look,
No,
that's
I
it.
know it's real talk, though.
Look, that's real talk right there.
That's a
We
good
can't
angle.
look.
It's a great
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's
I get
like-
everybody
and
in.
I hear
You
this in the
gotta
Doug
change
type
it.
of
I
what
ain't
we
gotta
need to do.
move
You
it.
got
Yeah.
people-
That's
This
a
one
good
here
angle.
with
I mean,
what she can do.
Charlamagne
She's
Coming
controlling
back
it through the phone.
Coming
Morris Brown, I have to tell you about that.
So she,
Yeah,
when you talk,
we
she can
already
run
know
with it.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
That's why I saw it moving. I was like, okay. This is either not my friend.
We're going to the second half of the show, second hour of the show, being brought to you by the Cobb Football League. The Cobb Football League is a feeder program for K through 5th grade in North Georgia. Go to cobbfootball.com for more information. You listen to Crush on the Sensation Station Network and also on WBOZsports.com. We are honored to have as our guest Mrs. Tiffany Porter. Let me get that right. That rain shining over there in my left hand.
Bling bling.
And also, I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Get
but
out and vote.
the next school board, Atlanta Public School District 5 person,
Go vote.
if everybody get out there and vote. Tiffany, do you have a question for Miss Erica Mitchell?
Yes, I do. I do. So what would you say sets you apart from the other candidates?
One that I'm in.
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. Let's go.
What's so funny about my
No,
question?
that's,
And see, I'm trying to.
you got to know the other candidate.
you gotta-
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm sorry, I live in Gwinnett.
No, that's fine. That's a good question, though. That's a good question.
Don't y'all know I'm silly. Don't
Okay.
don't count me. Don't talk. Let's go.
One, I'm a parent, and I have 2 kids in Atlanta Public Schools. That I'm very active and involved with the community, and I try to set up programs to benefit the kids in our district because we want every kid to succeed. So that's really what my main platform is. I can tell you, and I know last time we spoke about NFL Play 60, the grants they get for nutrition and physical fitness for all the schools. I mean, that's something that I'm trying to implement in APS because that's money that they can get to improve their health initiative or physical fitness initiative or just even enhance what they already have in place. And so I'm the type of person I like to get on the ground and get things done. So that sets me apart from my candidate.
Let me ask you this because I don't know. I don't have kids in APS, so I don't know. But like in my daughter's school, Douglas County, and in Cobb, book fairs. Do they do book fairs anymore?
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yes.
I just don't never hear nobody talk about them.
They do book fairs.
Man, that was like the bomb.
I actually,
Eat that.
And see, one of the things what I did in September was Read to Succeed.
Right.
We brought Malcolm Mitchell, who played for the
Right.
Patriots, who got his book in there. I mean, yeah.
Wow, keep going,
but
keep
he's a
going.
Georgia boy.
Great guy, great guy.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
great guy.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
So we got his books in some of the
No,
schools.
like
We
Patriots.
had a couple of NFL guys come through there read to the kids. So we're trying to pretty much expand that. You know, Rennie Current doing his thing with
Right.
his
Our guy.
book.
Our
And-
guy.
Yeah, Georgia guy. So we're trying to motivate our students, whether they're male or female. I want to work with some female athletes to get them in there too as well. And most people are like, why you bring your athletes in? Because our district is a little bit unique. Sometimes that's all we see, and when we see those people being successful, it helps to motivate those kids to want to, stay in school and do a little bit better, try a little harder. So, I mean, I'm not limited to athletes, but that's what we're board focused on with Read to Succeed was showing them that athletes do read, that athletes do go to school and get degrees. Because we want to change the dynamic on how that people view our athletes.
Well, we got about a little over a minute, so I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
There's always people being petty in the world. I'm sorry.
Always.
Yeah.
Hey, they motivate you to do better, right?
Right. No, that dude didn't have to. Okay, let's go.
All right.
So tell, you got the floor. Before we go to break, tell us.
Win my vote.
What they need to do and why they should vote again for Erica Mitchell.
Okay, so tomorrow is December 5th. Not only we are electing a new mayor, a new city council president, and city council, and then the board of education. Vote. I don't care who you vote for. Go out to vote. Exercise your right to vote.
Right.
So many people before us have sacrificed for us to have this right, and it's very important that we do exercise that right. So I would love for your vote, but I ask you to go out to vote. I don't care if it's raining. Please go out to vote.
Don't find an excuse. Just
Y'all
get
go
it.
to the club.
Right.
Y'all got to do
Stand
these.
in line.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all didn't get the J's in the rain.
So we're going to tell y'all like
Go
this.
vote.
Future going to be at every polling place. Go find them.
At the same
Future.
time.
Yeah,
I got
you'll be at every
Gucci.
polling
I
place.
got
Go
Gucci.
vote. For my older people, Lionel Richie will be there. We just need people to go out there and vote.
Say you, say me.
Thank you, Erica, for coming on.
You're welcome.
We're about to take us a
Thank
photo
you, guys.
real quick. So,
Okay.
hey, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Say you,
There you go.
say me.
You gonna put it on that, man?
You ain't got to tell everybody that. Never mind. We'll be right back, y'all. Everybody's so petty, man.
What they do to you, man? What they do?
Hey, Thompson, hey, man. When all the kids from the suburbs stopped going to Doug, hey, what are you trying to say? Man, the program.
So they going with that. That's what they hit with
Yeah,
y'all.
that's what they going
We're
with.
gonna take it right here. Leah gonna take it for.
Man, Leah be tripping.
What Nikki at?
You said I be tripping. See?
Man, Nikki got a gig now.
God,
Oh,
God.
man.
Nikki gig.
Oh, me too.
You
I
don't
got
want
one
to?
too now.
Man,
Well, I
we
was
never
up here
leave.
like, what?
We never leave home without it.
I see.
That's what you do now.
We never leave home without it.
think I ever seen one.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
one.
let's
Take
take
a
this.
picture at.
I'm gonna take it at this angle over here.
Angles.
That's what it's about. We have
all, man. Hear it
we
all.
have a diva that works with us on Wednesday, so we know angles.
Okay, who's that?
Wendy.
Wendy, oh my God, we have
Take about
to take
22
7,000 pictures for one shot.
Yeah.
No, that don't work. No, that don't work.
You got a creative director.
No, that don't work.
Direction.
Yeah.
No, that don't work.
So you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I just got a call from my state rep talking about you looking good out there. We seeing the signs, we're getting the mail, we're getting the calls, we're getting all of
So it's
this.
just you and one other person? Oh, okay.
I mean, we can do all that,
Well,
but
the right.
again, we gotta get the people to vote.
You gotta get in there, Eric. Get in there. Get in that picture, Eric. Get in that picture. All y'all slide on. Let me coordinate.
Okay.
Let me coordinate. There you
You know
go.
Jeff Hood?
Yes. Uh-huh.
There we go. All right, y'all.
How do
Hold
you know
on.
Jeff?
My frat brother.
Oh, okay.
10 count.
Where'd you play?
In New York.
Make sure everybody can see my T-shirt.
Can't take it.
Can't take me nowhere. Hollywood.
Thank you,
All
Erica.
right, man. You welcome, man. Thanks for the support.
Hey, you gonna hit me up about the white box?
Yes. Actually, I haven't
We
sent
can't-
an email, so I'll get
can't
that in.
miss.
We'll get you through tomorrow.
We can't miss. Girl, I'm an expert. Listen, we have a
He have
diva.
gotten it
Okay.
down.
We have a diva
I
in
ain't worried
here.
about it now. You can breathe.
I know. I am
I'm sure
breathing.
will.
I'm breathing.
We have a diva in
I
here,
wanna
so
take
Yeah,
a
right, I
picture with
see
you
you.
after.
I be around here like
I did get a little bit more.
Yeah. She be like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, take it again. So I've learned angles. That's my gig now.
Thank y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Really, you got really ready?
Go hit the
All the
payment,
best
girl.
tomorrow.
Hey,
I
look,
don't
I
give
be
a lot.
running
All
everywhere
the
tomorrow.
best.
So we can go through that now. I'm gonna take a look. Is this yours?
Yeah, that's just no, no, that's that one is. Thank
I
you.
don't even know who he is.
What,
Look at him.
I never. Where's your bathroom here? Because I never use it.
15
All the way
seconds.
down to the bottom floor.
Okay.
That sounds
Bottom
like
floor.
a
They
good
renovate.
I
So it's for
appreciate
men
you.
and women, so both of y'all need to use it and get it in. All the way at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom.
Thank
Pass
God.
the dope.
Coming back. Georgia.
Hey, man, get that dough, man. Oh, man, we got to do it to you. It's really, Tiffany, you're going to enjoy this. This is where we question the intelligence of our sports brethren. Some of y'all have made some mistakes. So make sure, I'll let you start it off, sir.
Man, you really want me to start it off?
Go ahead, man.
Here we go. Really, Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
Dude, get yourself together, man. We got the week. You just, are you smoking before the games? You throwing flags in the crowd now. You losing your mind. Then you kick yourself out the game. The refs didn't kick you out the game.
He didn't throw you out.
You just go to the locker room. You say, hey, I thought they threw me out. What are you going through, Marcus?
Mark, get that stuff together, man.
Marcus, get yourself together, Marcus, because you quietly one of the best corners in the NFL. But we got the week, man. You proving that your red folder, you're a behavior disorder child, man. Really, Marcus Peters, really.
Really, Herm Edwards. You got the job. You're the new head coach at Arizona State. You might want to know their mascot. Got your check. You signed the contract. You can't mess up on the Sun Devils there. Herm, I really respect you, Herm. You're one of my favorite coaches. But you got to learn your school's mascot. It's a little different, ain't
What do
it?
you call him?
I got to look at the name. It was funny. But I didn't want to put him out there. I get it for you, man. But
Come on.
he didn't call him the Sun Devils. He called
He
them.
didn't. Oh, come on.
We might have to go get Tiffany to make sure that CT. Let me stop. Keep it going, man.
Oh boy.
Really, Herm?
Because he had a different helmet back in the day, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What you got, Mace?
Really, Grunt.
Yeah.
So, Grunt, we know they referee you a little different. Okay, you probably get held every week, Grunt. But you put a guy in concussion protocol after he gets an interception. You about 5-10 yards down the field. Then you come back and you drop the people's elbow on it.
Yeah, I actually thought it was one. Go ahead, Mace. I'm sorry.
And you got this big thing on your elbow, Grunt. So, now the man in concussion protocol. Because of you. Now the NFL say they gave you a game. I'll give you 2 games, Grunt. And, they're going to take his game and his paycheck. Yeah, Grunt, really.
I thought because of the way he hit him in the back of his head, that could have been way
Right.
worse.
If I'm dude, though, I sell all the way out.
I'm coming out.
Concussion protocol for the rest of the season.
But
He should get a week for every week I'm in concussion protocol. Grunt should get a week. That's just my thoughts.
really, Ben McAdoo, how the unemployment feel right now? You thought benching Eli was a great idea,
Hey man, that's royalty in the NFL.
and you got your boy Jerry fired with you. He like, what I do?
Hey, no, everybody deserves to get fired in that.
I don't blame the Giants. I'd have fired everybody in the front office. I'd have fired them.
I'd
Your
fire everybody.
wives. I'd have fired everybody. It was
You get a pink
embarrassing.
slip. You get a pink
It was
slip.
embarrassing.
You get a pink slip.
I don't care what. You don't bench your 2-time Super Bowl champion. I know everybody say he played horrible. I get it.
The team is horrible.
But the team is bad.
The team is bad.
You take that man and you say, I'm just going to go through this year. Whatever happens, happens. And if we want to find something else next year, we find. Don't do it all. This was just terrible.
All the guys who were on that boat suspended. I mean, they hurt.
Yeah.
They out.
So Ben and Jerry got fired. Not the ice cream, but the coach and the GM.
Wow.
You got anything else, Mace?
Really, Detroit Lions demolition team. How can y'all not blow up the Pontiac Silverdome?
Did y'all not see that we did it here?
You see how easy it was in Atlanta, even though we do got a wall still standing. But y'all said, who did y'all buy the C4 from? Like, really, like, y'all push a button and nothing happens? The building's still standing?
The Bill say we ain't ready to go.
And then you tell people, well, you know what? Maybe it'll fall in a day or two. Really?
Somebody walking by.
They must have bought the C4 from Buddy
Right.
from Rush Hour. Like, come on, Detroit. Only Detroit, though. Only Detroit. Really, Detroit.
We're going to take a break after that.
That's bad.
We'll be right back.
Come on. You can't blow a building up.
Atlanta did it easily.
We
Except for
did
that one wall.
Well, we got that one wall over there. The scoreboard's still up.
Yeah.
Scoreboard like we ain't
Hey,
going nowhere.
everybody.
Oh my God.
Scoreboard like we ain't going nowhere. We ain't leaving. We ain't leaving.
Hey, Tabby. Yes, they are hilarious. Everybody says you guys are hilarious.
Thank you. Appreciate
I'm
it.
telling the truth though. I'm not funny. I'm not funny. I'm
Because
telling
it just happened to be funny. It just happened to be funny, right, man?
Hey
Right.
man, look here,
We got
man.
this serious Cowboys fan over here.
America's team.
Well, you saw how he looked at you? You see how he looked at you? When you said something about the Cowboy, you see how he looked at you?
I saw the look that I got when I said something about the Cowboy. I might not get invited back after this.
Oh, no, you
tonight.
can get invited back.
Wow.
You can get invited back. But I'm gonna tell everybody.
The way you looked at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody.
But see, with
when
him,
he was
it's
in military circle. You was
but he go 2 strike though. The first one was 2 strike.
Did you say what is that?
That's 2 strike.
2 strikes. What?
That Cowboy head, he go 2 strikes real quick.
Oh.
Tell everybody what you was doing in that military circle. You had to make
If I could afford to go there. You know, you a broke college student now. I was broke.
Military circle.
That's my spot up there.
Really?
Love me
What were
some
you up there for?
Man, I just ain't got the VA.
What is that? What's that?
30 seconds.
Are you a Scorpio?
Am I?
Okay.
Am I?
Oh, no.
You know what to say about Scorpio.
No comment.
Thank you very much.
Let's keep it going.
15 seconds.
Thank you very
Son's a
much.
Scorpio.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
My wife's a Scorpio, so I
And my
can't say
husband is
that.
too.
My wife is Scorpio, so I can't say that. Keep it quiet, honey.
You live with some great individuals.
Oh,
Is that what you going with?
I do. Oh, Angela, knock it off with your gold cowboy stuff.
And we're back, man. And before we jump into college football, I want to ask y'all, both of y'all, your opinion about this whole Angelo thing, man. So, you know, look, a couple things with our guy, Mr. Ball. What's his name, the older guy?
LeVar
Ball.
Ball.
One,
gosh.
the Lakers have put in a rule say media is not allowed to talk to anybody except for players and coaches.
Right. Well, in that section over there.
Yeah, because they go running to LeVar like he...
Right.
In your opinion, Tiffany, is he... And now, with LiAngelo, he's taking him out of UCLA because he wanted to get him away from that. So, in your opinion, has this 15 minutes went way too long?
Way too long, but unfortunately, we like foolishness. We live for it. We're gonna keep watching them and waiting for the next thing. It's unbelievable. I'm just like, this would not have flown back in the day. I mean, this is, you know, now it's all about just who can. I mean, to me, we talk about him more than we do his boys. That's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Lonzo do most of the night. I know what LeVar did, but I don't know what Lonzo
Which
did.
right now is a good thing because Lonzo is playing bad. But and listen, I understand he's a rookie. He's gonna go through this. I just wish, for the family's sake, everybody just needs to work for Lonzo. Lonzo is the breadwinner.
Yeah.
He needs to delegate jobs. Okay, you're gonna run this. You're gonna do this. And since the young boy, the middle son, says he's not going to college now. I mean, so what he gonna do? Work
He
out?
not going?
He's taking him out of UCLA.
Oh, I thought he wasn't going to college overall.
Yeah, well, so LaMelo, the youngest boy, now he training.
Yeah.
Right.
He ain't going to high school.
Homeschooling him.
Yeah, he's
right?
homeschooling him.
Which basically means he ain't going to school.
Right. So and they're building the ball compound, so he's gonna make an indoor facility
But
where
how
the
does
kids
that
gonna
work?
train.
How does that work? If
Right.
you don't play in high school,
And
how does that work for your entry in college?
You know who was kind of happy? Steve Alford. Oh, okay. Hey, all right, then.
You gone?
We're sorry to see you leave.
Bye.
We sorry.
Bye.
We hate that you're leaving. But here's the thing. So he still, he still got a thing going on with Trump. He sent him 3 pairs of his shoes. Finally, the shoes will come out.
The shoes done came out?
He sending him 3 red, white, and blue shoes.
Okay, maybe Jay-Z will get his pair. Okay.
Because everybody has defended somebody work hard for his kid, but when does it, now it's becoming now, and I'm like you're taking them out of schools. You building compounds. My question, they already said the middle kid got a shoe named after him. Ain't that close to NCAA violations? I mean...
Well, not no more. He's not in college.
But if the kid, because honestly, the middle kid, he's a good player, but he's not Lonzo. Let's just say that. So everybody say he might go to a mid-major, whatever. I get it. You want to take up for your kids, but when does it become not about you and about your kids? Because now it looks like you just really trying to make this 15. Like I keep saying, this 15 minutes go 30 or 45.
Right. He's living vicariously through them. I mean, come on now.
Right.
I mean, it's just too much. Too much. I watched a video of him yesterday, and I was just like, "Are you serious?" I mean, and then I was mad at myself for watching it.
You end up watching it. That's what happens.
I gave him a view. I sat there and watched, and then lost 15 minutes.
Cause you can't watch
You know,
1 minute.
my
You
dad-
got.
You watch the whole thing.
You gotta
I'm
watch
like,
the
no,
whole
wait a
thing.
minute. This can't be real, right? And then I'm watching, Mom, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, the compound and everything that.
Yeah.
Really?
So like I enjoy the show. I enjoy the show.
Oh, you do.
I don't because now he's starting to get a little excessive.
Right.
So in season 1, I really got, because I mean, he's a dad. Like I say, he sort of kind of remind me of my dad in some instances. My dad not that extra,
Uh-huh.
but my dad extra, and I
Okay.
understand that because that's what I'm extra. I don't want my daughter while she playing soccer. I don't want her to get no snacks. I want her to focus. But that's just
Well, you tough.
right.
Snacks part of the game.
No Gatorade for
That
you.
Gatorade is snack
Score
part of the
goal.
game now, man.
Score a goal. But wow, what has happened is he's become this national figure now,
Right.
and I think that's what's kind of carrying him now. He like, I'm the show.
Right.
Absolutely. And we know that he's not. And so I think it's unfortunate that after a game they're interviewing him.
Right.
They run right to him.
Let him play.
What is your thoughts on this game? Well, they should.
I thought you said they were gonna win. I thought you said they were gonna dominate. Who cares?
You should be going to Luke Walton and asking him what happened, and not to the
Right.
dad.
Right.
We'll be right back. We jump into that college football. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Going back to college football.
Let's do it. Well, I will find out for you.
Hey Dante.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing. Yeah, they're gonna be on that game all day. That's what they're gonna be doing at the house, playing video games all day.
They both at home.
Cause Leangelo LaMelo he going homeschool like the first 2 hours of the day. Then he's supposed to be focusing on basketball.
So you get all them subjects in 2 hours.
Hey,
And I'm still trying to figure out how does that work.
Does he get a BBB, a big baller degree?
hey, man, listen. Hey. Hopefully the daddy got it figured out. We will see.
That's crazy, man.
And we're gonna talk this college football now. Bobby Olive got caught in that horrendous traffic out there in the
I
street.
know, right? I took the streetway this time.
He coming from Alpharetta though, so he up there by you, Glade.
I had to go in today because I went to the bunch today.
What y'all doing at bunch?
We did they had this thing called Hour of Code, where if you go in there and it's this game. And so the kids in each class get to build, program, or writing code to get out of certain situations. There were 12
Okay.
levels. And some of them, I went to multiple classes. One class, I finished. The other class, like, you on level 2? It's been an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, that's when you was at bunch.
I was at Bunch Middle School.
Okay, you was in the hood.
I was Camden Road.
I thought maybe it was a bunch, I thought maybe it was a bunch.
Nah, I was off of Camden Road, baby.
He in the hood for
I
real.
been like, look, I could have been thrown the ride.
My white
20
compatriots
seconds.
weren't too happy though. They were like, "Oh yeah, bud, you in Camden Road, baby."
You ain't taking the green, bro?
I would, but they got a little
15
nervous. They had to go back to work. They say, "I had to go back to work."
Oh, and that's what I didn't tell you when we were talking about outside that I'm starting NBA.
That's what we gotta talk about. I got other questions. We gonna slide questions in for you.
Well, I know y'all got your format and stuff. So, but I was telling you that
Okay.
going NBA next step, then MLB. We're gonna hit them all. Gonna hit them all.
Ooh, that's how we coming into college football today.
She be trying me with this Tupac.
I know. I can see you with that
Be trying me
trembling.
with this Tupac.
You done reach for the mic twice. Like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do it.
yeah.
I'm not
I
gonna.
know.
do it.
I done told y'all my ambition as a rider story
Yeah, ain't that
about
right now?
5 times. I'm telling Tiffany now.
Hey,
So-
real quick.
I'm sorry.
Tell them about your stomach story.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you rather the Tupac thug like?
Yeah, I want that story. That's my
So-
Tiffany. Listen to this story. One of my favorite stories.
So
of all time.
everybody know I am like the biggest Tupac fan ever. So when Tupac passed away, I was so distraught and just so me and my partners, we were together. We was like, hey, let's go get Thug like tattooed across our stomach. Let's do it. So we at the house, we feeling good. So we like, yeah, we going. So partner JJ, he goes. I'm like, no, I'm coming. So sat down, I passed out.
Yeah.
So I wake up in the morning, I didn't go.
Oh, you passed out at home.
Yeah,
Not on the table.
yeah.
Nah, JJ hits me. JJ like, hey, I got it. I'm like, you did? Yeah, I'm like,
Are you serious?
Yes, yes, and they didn't do a good job on his.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
But listen, if I had been able to drive, if I had been in my right mind, I would have
Oh
Thug
my
Life tattoo across my
gosh.
stomach right now.
That is terrible.
How JJ doing now?
I mean, doing good, man. Every time like if we together and a Tupac song come on, he get mad at me. So.
As he very well should. That's horrible.
And what was crazy was like, so I had the because so what a lot of people don't know, like, so in the Thug Life, so in the life, it's a bullet shaded with the eye. Like, I guess he didn't know that.
He got a regular eye.
So yeah, he got a regular eye. So I had these Tupac pictures all over the house. So I was gonna take the picture with me. I was like, it gotta look just like this.
Right.
I took the picture off the wall, the one I was gonna use, whatever. I just passed out because I was just so.
He didn't take the picture.
He didn't take the picture with
He
it.
just say put Doug like.
Is it huge on his stomach?
I found a picture for y'all.
Oh my gosh. He probably mad at you for talking about it.
Yeah, and so the thing
I keep bringing it up because I know it's funny to me.
Yeah, and so I was gonna get like the very big letters like Tupac got, like Yeah, that could have yeah.
Good old friends. You can't. Who did he say friends?
How many of us have?
All right, man.
And you know what's crazy? I am sensitive about like, so if JJ come by the crib, I'm around him. I try to make sure like my shuffle. If I'm playing the music,
You don't put Tupac in the shuffle.
I'd rather go slow jams.
No, you need to play this. If you play this song, he really be mad.
Nah, this ain't the song that's gonna make him mad.
Got that Thug Life tatted on my chest. That's
Nah,
the one?
not that song. Well, what's the song we used to listen to? Straight Ballin'. Off the Thug Life album. Oh yeah, we used to rap that every day. So yeah, man.
I'm surprised he's still friends with you though.
Yeah, man. Listen, who not gonna be my friend?
So when you woke up the next morning after you recuperated, did you say, "Man, I ain't going to get"?
No. So when I woke up, I was like, I was going. I was like, no, I was going, but I wasn't feeling good. I was sick.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And then cooler head prevailed. I was like, ooh.
Oh, after you seen his,
I hadn't seen his yet.
Oh wow.
It took me a couple days to see it. Then when I saw his, I was like.
So did he say, "Let me see yours"? Did he?
No, I told him I wasn't going.
Really?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He looked at me like, for real, like.
You should say my mama said I can't do it.
Nah, we was grown. I couldn't say that.
Yes, you could. You always blame it on mama.
Why would you have walked up in there? What would Miss Gwen would have said?
I wouldn't have showed her. It would have took a long time for her to see it. She would have to like see some pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know we won't talk college football. That's one of my favorite stories, the Thug Life.
Yeah.
That almost was tatted on his chest.
That's a good story.
I almost had Thug Life tattoo across my stomach. And what was crazy is, cause during that time I was still ripped. I was in shape. But then I had got out of shape. So yeah, that would have been all bad. All bad. Upon further review, that would have been all bad.
Boy,
Yeah.
life decisions.
She would have been all over here.
It's been way
Been in your rib sections.
Like,
What that say? What that say?
Thug Life.
She lied.
We'll be right back.
But y'all gonna get that boy sentimental text in about 5 minutes.
that would be. Oh, that's horrible. You're a horrible friend.
That's funny.
Y'all gonna have that boy, he gonna text me about 5 minutes.
Tadia, you know I got him.
Jeff Hood, what up, boy?
Hey, Mama T.
Hey man, Glenn,
Oh yeah, Jeff said hey.
Glenn, you had to give me tell that story.
Now the song come on, I say,
JJ.
Tiffany here, we gotta tell this story.
JJ
That's
gonna
funny.
call me, man. Say, hey.
That is funny.
It like so now it was once upon a time he was like, oh, hey, you finna go get it tattooed on you.
You
You
like that. You get like that.
You going.
You could have done something small. You could have done something
On your
to-
arm or something, man.
Well, I got the Tupac cross.
Okay.
We would not be friends.
So I got the Tupac.
With Bad Boy in it though?
I got the Tupac cross.
It's a Bad Boy crossing.
What?
That's puppy.
That's not puppy, no.
You got it somewhere, huh? You got it somewhere. But just not on the
You would not be my friend. I'm sorry.
Listen,
My BFF ever try something like that? We supposed to go get matching tattoos and you fall asleep?
Listen.
Girl.
Man.
So y'all want to be DUI?
You already know.
Y'all want to be DUI?
Oh, that's what you
in
going
the
with?
streets.
But your boy just went up there and did that thing, man.
He did it. He
You already
did.
know.
Ran
That's
track.
awful.
Ran track with it. Everything. Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah. I mean, I got the cross on my arm.
One of the favorite crush
The
stories of all
cross that says
time.
bad boy that has no
One of the great
relationship
crush stories
to
of all
Tupac.
time.
All right.
It does. That's the Tupac cross on me from me against the
30
world.
seconds. But
That's just a
still.
cross. It's awful.
That is not the same.
And I got the black cat. Tupac got this tattoo right here.
You see this foolishness?
So I got that.
15
So
seconds.
yeah.
He's showing the guns.
Yeah. They got angels, so Tupac, you know, I got angels everywhere. So
She
yeah.
said, you know I'd be up there with you. She wouldn't leave me. You know,
Man,
we wouldn't leave each other
look
hanging.
here.
That's some craziness right there.
I'm going to get it.
Coming back.
What's happening? I'm going to get it now. I'm going to get no, I'm not.
No,
I'll
yeah.
go with you.
Coming
I
back.
go
You
with me.
finish
I'm
crying.
not getting it.
My favorite story. Oh no. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my favorite story, man. Make sure I woke up. Nah, not a good idea.
Now, mind you, it took me a minute to gather my bearings, and then I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on?
We're gonna do what?
Nah, look, because I was so out, I did rub my stomach. I was like,
Oh, my
okay,
goodness.
yeah, okay, I ain't going nowhere. I looked outside my car. All right, I'm good.
And I really thought when you said you fell asleep, I said, oh, you fell asleep while getting a tattoo? Like it knocked you out? That's horrible.
Nah,
He said,
I didn't go.
Homeboy. So wait a minute.
We're on that third passion.
Hey JJ, you should have went by yourself first of all. If you gonna do it with your boy, you gotta make sure your boy with you. Go do it
Right.
with
Who
you.
does
man,
that?
listen,
If
JJ
he's
gonna be
doing
our
a relationship
soldier.
and we're gonna get each other's names.
JJ a trooper,
If he
man.
show up,
JJ
We're
that
gonna
kind of
go
guy.
together.
Nah, I'm dragging you sleep or
We're
whatever.
going
Come on,
together.
dog. You rolling with your boy.
He that kind of
That's
guy,
all.
man. He's that kind of guy.
We're gonna do these football scores real quick, man. This weekend, the Pac-12 champion, USC defeated Stanford 31-28, which was actually a real good game.
That was a real good game.
Really
Very
enjoyed
good
it.
game.
What do you see, Maceo?
I mean, USC, man, who? What's my man name? Sam Darnold?
This is the guy everybody been talking about all year.
Sam Darnold made some big throws. USC, I said this about USC last year. At the end of the season, they were probably the best team. They did finally get it together at the end. Maybe it would have been a dangerous team if they would have made the playoff because they have like all the weapons that you want. The receiver, the defenses, and okay. But when you have a trigger man like Sam Darnold, anything's possible.
I'm really impressed with Ronald Jones, the running back. He looks real. He looks Reggie Bush-esque to me.
Man, listen, USC gonna keep athletes.
They do.
That's what they do.
Not there.
That's what they do.
I still look Pac-12. I think you should have been at least 5 or 6 for you to be totally shut out at the top 6. So you're gonna probably be in a Fiesta Bowl, Tostitos out there in Arizona, which ain't bad. It's not bad. We're gonna keep it going.
That's terrible.
Not you played Clemson this weekend.
Man, just the disrespect for the turnover chain was at an all-time
They
high.
cut a chain at half.
They cut
at the
a
end of the game.
chain at the end of the game. The fact that they were every time they scored or did something, they act like they were putting on the chain. Totally disrespectful for Miami fan. But this is part of when you do have a gimmick.
Yeah.
People will mock you.
Let me ask you this, Tiffany. Are you watching these games as well to look for players and things of that nature?
I am, and a lot of times I'm at the games as well. I just don't put where I'm at. You know, I can't.
Did you go to one this weekend?
Can't give out that information.
You can't tell me where you went?
No, I can't. I can't.
See.
Because then she'll be giving away who she probably was.
You know.
we got to teach him about the client.
We have to be discreet.
Attorney client. We got.
Well, you was a runner. I was not.
Right, wow.
Oh, boy.
I was mean.
Oh, boy.
I wanted the best to ever do.
And what you had to do for Andre Rison?
Hey, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Wow.
Rison, we still looking for you, baby. We need to come on,
Dre,
baby.
hey man, Hunter Rising at Michigan State balling.
Yeah, he is.
Balling.
So I'm just not gonna ask you certain things because if you break down the game a little too tough, I'm gonna be like, I know where you was at.
I know where you were.
Right. Oh yeah. Did you see? So what did
I
you
know,
see?
I know.
How Roquan looked this weekend? How Roquan looked this weekend?
Right. At this point, I mean, we're in December, right?
Right.
So most of the top players, it's safe to say that they have probably chosen an agency by now.
And I forgot your age. You can't really say that because certain players are still
Right.
on the collegiate route.
And when I say chosen, now I don't mean that they have signed on the dotted line. They have just made their decision.
Right. They know who they know.
They,
who they're
they
going
know,
with.
you know, this is probably late in the game to try to go
Right.
recruit someone that,
Right.
you know, is going in the top 10. Like, okay, I want to be your agent. No, it doesn't work like that.
So-
You have to build relationships.
Have you been picked by a few people?
Have I been picked by a few people?
A few players?
Well,
You ain't got to say their name. I'm just.
Well, we got some things brewing.
Okay.
Let's just say that most of them are coming out of the SEC. Let's say that.
I choose.
I can say that.
Okay. All right. Thoughts on Clemson, Miami? Clemson looking really good right now.
Listen,
They are.
Juggernaut.
They looking really
Juggernaut.
good.
Juggernaut.
Let me ask both of you. You've been around the game. I can't think of the Clemson. I'll tell you, this Clemson coach, what's his name? Dabo. Is he reaching Saban urban level?
Dabo is the top number 3 coach in the country.
I always say urban, Saban top.
Saban, Urban, Dabo.
What Dabo is doing now,
Dabo.
every year in the playoffs, always a contender for the championship. He has to be mentioned as one of the best coaches in the country.
Dabo has made
Right.
Clemson a true
Right.
powerhouse. And you got to think about it. Clemson, they manhandled the SEC school.
Yes, it's not even close. They beat the U was a real good squad, and they just handled them like they weren't even a part of it.
And quietly, maybe one of the reasons that your boy left Florida State. Like, you know what? I can't beat Dabo.
I'm going to Texas A&M.
Yeah, let me go Texas A&M. Well, hey, whatever.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it a little bit more. When we come back, we're going to jump into the SEC championship game, talk about that a little bit more. And I also want to talk about something, since we do have Tiffany, your lawyer. Players at this level, and I don't know, make sure we don't have to say his name, but people read the paper, not understanding that they're also a business in college as well. We'll talk about it when we come back. Stay with us, Sister Crush. Because I'm real pissed off about a player right now, but I don't even know dude. I don't even know him.
Yeah, cool.
But I feel like through him
Oh, yeah,
and other coaches.
Jumbo left for the money, without a doubt. $75 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's 10 years, 75. Easy choice. And he probably got a ridiculous buyout.
But the crazy part
You ever thought about
it-
coaches?
Coaching?
No. Representing coaches.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Because they
I
make
know,
some great
sometimes.
buyouts.
No, and they now in this day and age, you have the refs as well as the coaches and the GMs. They have agents, you know. And when I say the GMs, we come in and negotiate their contracts. Definitely, when you're talking about these high level contracts.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Dabo for the culture. I was saying about that. Dabo is amazing.
He's amazing. Say what they want to.
He a dude from the gutter. Dabo from the gutter.
He went to Clemson, took that program. It's a national powerhouse.
Yeah, who wouldn't have left for $75 million to go? I left Florida State too. By Florida State.
Y'all can have Florida
Right.
State.
$75 million.
I ain't got no attachment either. I'm out.
Me and my boys.
He sat there with like, you ain't got to pack nothing. Just take a few things.
See,
Right.
We'll buy everything
Right.
in Texas.
They threw the Christmas tree on the curb.
Right.
He was like,
We have a Christmas in Texas.
Yeah.
He
The
had
the money in college football is unbelievable,
it's
right?
ridiculous.
It's
man.
unbelievable.
His press conference there, I was sitting there looking like,
You know.
that all sound good, Jumbo. Alabama gonna beat you every year.
30 seconds.
But he gonna be able to recruit now. He got ties in those areas, so yeah, we'll see. He can go in
That's how I'm looking at the
Louisiana.
election tomorrow.
Huh?
That's how I'm looking at the
Oh,
election.
that's how you
tomorrow.
gonna look?
That's
So
what-
wait a minute. Wait a minute. You all said you're in the
Turn
safe
back.
zone? What does that mean? I need to find that out. Okay. Y'all both just kind of, okay.
Are we back on yet?
Hey, Michelle.
Somebody grabbed this tree.
It was a perfectly fine tree, man.
Coming straight back to the music.
My friend said, LOL. Food.
We're back, man. We're still doing these college football scores. As Tiffany still won't tell me where she was this weekend, but I only know it was 1 or 2 cities. But I ain't gonna say
Or
it.
3. She could have been West Side.
She could have rolled. She could have rolled.
West Side.
She could have rolled. In Atlanta, in them big body bins, the Auburn Cinderella shoe hit midnight. They had won 2 games at home versus Alabama and Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But Georgia got them in a neutral site
Yeah.
in their back door and took them to the woodshed, makes sense. 28-7. Georgia beat Auburn 28-7.
Beat down.
Yep.
And we saw some things. Fromm did what Fromm do, get you about 180 yards, not too much, couple of touchdowns, and they pounded. I really like DeAndre Swift. He is gonna be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on that running game, Tiffany? I know you. Not saying you was at that game, Tiffany, but your thoughts on the game. Not saying you was at the game, Tiffany.
Right,
It's hard for me to watch it. President Suite. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
You out there.
I know, right? It's like, where's Waldo? You know, can I live? Okay, you know.
We know you weren't there.
I wasn't paying attention. I was in the Mercedes-Benz Club.
I was in the club hanging out.
I think it was a great game. You know, I mean, Georgia came out. I mean, they came out blazing. I mean, I think that, you know, Auburn had some momentum, but poor Auburn. They just, you know,
I don't feel
get it
sorry for
together.
the Jokers.
Oh, what?
I don't feel sorry for the Jokers.
Why is that?
The turning point of the game, the fumble when Auburn was. First of all, that first drive from Auburn was a very handicapped drive. Penalties kept them on the field. They capitalized. It is what it is.
Yeah.
They got back down again, and when Stidham, that fumble, Roquan kind of took over,
Yeah, it was over.
and then it was downhill from there.
over.
And one of the things I kept trying to get everybody to understand, it's just going to be a different game in a neutral site.
Yeah.
It's not 95,000 of your fans who, and now as an offense, I can't get the play call in, I can't get the snap, you know, I get all these. And you have to understand, Georgia wasn't going to make the same mistakes that they made in that
Right.
first game. Great, good teams, very well coached teams, they just don't make those kind of mistakes.
And
So,
I hate to say this.
shout out to Kirby.
I'm not trying to be that guy,
Be that guy.
but Georgia looks different under Kirby. Kirby was like, he challenged the offensive line.
Right.
They beat you up last time. What are you going to do this game?
Yeah. Kirby is tougher than Mark Reed.
They really came out.
He played. He has an attitude,
Yeah.
and those kids feed off that attitude.
And you can
you can see it.
You can tell. I mean, it was just a whole different feel. They came out. They kept pounding the ball. Do what they do with 4-5 running
That's
backs.
what they
They
do.
kept throwing running backs at you.
That's what they did. And they showed the depth because Sonny Michel got hurt.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't really a factor. Chubb ran very hard. Like say Swift. I mean, Holyfield got touches.
Hey, did you talk to Sonny after the game?
Tried it.
I was gonna
Terrible. That was awful. That was awful.
Oh man.
Clearly, she wasn't at the door.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Trying to put it together.
Yeah, trying to get it together, y'all.
Get the pieces together.
Oklahoma beat up on TCU like we thought they would. Baker Mayfield, who I think is the easy Heisman Trophy candidate winner this year.
Without a doubt.
243 yards, 4 touchdowns. They look on all cylinders. When we get back, we're gonna get y'all. We're gonna get Tiffany's playoffs and championship game picks. Oh, maybe can she do that as an
my
agent though?
gosh.
Can she do that as?
We might have to.
We might have.
Yeah, we might.
Oh, man, I
Because she might hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
We'll think about
They
it.
might not sign on it. Anyway, Oklahoma did what they did, man. Sure.
Listen, Baker Mayfield, love the swag, love the toughness. The one question I'm going to ask, I was interested when you saw the matchup. They hadn't seen a defense like Georgia.
It's ridiculous.
And Georgia hadn't seen an offense
Like Oklahoma.
like Oklahoma.
Nope.
So, you know, these two forces, I don't think Oklahoma can outrun Georgia. 'Cause I know Georgia can run in the secondary and at the safety position. So a lot of those open plays. And then, you know, Kenny Hill was awful.
He was awful.
Trill Hill was terrible.
Trill Hill wasn't awful.
He was terrible.
Do you have a chance to talk to Baker?
Oh my gosh. You know,
What?
it's awful.
I'm just trying to see what location you was in during this weekend.
Did you see Jerry Jones? Okay.
We'll be right back.
They're wrong for that.
You guys are
Did you see
funny.
Jerry Jones? Did you see Jerry Jones?
That's what someone asked me the other day because I,
Okay,
you know,
you really
talking about the
gonna push it,
basketball.
huh?
I'm just gonna ask, you know.
They were like, which
Yeah,
team?
I'm sure.
I can't tell you what team the guy's on. You might as well forget it.
I
You
know.
start naming people.
Boy, you start naming, they be like, oh,
Oh,
she be all out there with her, telling up on something.
right.
Steelers getting handled right now.
Are they?
It's 10-0.
They come back from that. Big Ben must be on his.
Was it second?
Yes, 3:30 in the second, 3:35 in the second quarter.
Big Ben must be on his. It must be
Very interesting.
on his.
You see, you know Nicole?
Yes, we went to Hampton together.
Damn, Hampton.
See,
I should have went to school back then.
Can't get, you know,
Hampton deep in the A.
I see.
HU.
Hampton deep in the A. We're gonna definitely give y'all
Yes,
that.
and so we have our first appearance in the Battle of the Bands. That's in January here.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So we are coining it as Homecoming Part 2. It is going to be off the chain here. Off the chain.
30 seconds.
Somebody from Howell said Hampton. Is that true? They said Hampton.
Who did?
Somebody from Howell. I just messed with you.
Oh yeah, right. No, they joke and call us HIU because you know we used to be Hampton Institute.
Show too.
So that's what
They call y'all H.
Coming back.
HIU.
Oh, that's how y'all play.
Yeah, two dope boys in the Cadillac. Hey, shout out to Lisa Moore, Kirsty Parker. They're proud of you, Tiff. They are so proud of you, Tiff.
Lisa's Corey Moore's mom. Used to play for Georgia, you know, plays for Texans.
Shout out to our guy Horace. He say the big ups HU,
Yes.
HBCUs in the building.
Can I get a number 30 jersey?
What?
That's number Corey Moore.
No, he does not. He wears number 43.
That was one of them.
He wore 39 in Georgia.
That's right. Got my numbers mixed up.
They said about that cut up.
Hey, look, I'm trying to put the pieces together.
We trying
I
to put.
said 30.
We trying to put.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
we
you
trying.
still trying to
We trying. We back, man.
the Thug Life tattoo, then we can talk. We can talk.
What will my kids say?
What would they? Daddy, really?
What will my
Really
kids
now,
say?
Daddy? Really?
You get on your wrists.
Yeah, we're back, man.
Alright, let me get them on.
We got Tiffany Porter in the building with us, agent, NFL super agent, also lawyer. We right now, let me just talk about something. We talked about Baker a little bit, May Show, and May Show, we also know a guy. Do these kids understand if you're at a certain level at college, what you could be giving away? Because one of our guys that I won't say his name, but you can see it in the paper. I'll leave that to May Show inform him. But
You trying to make me cry?
But when they do things, like they get a charge on something, or they do something like Baker where he's doing stuff with, and stuff like that, do they realize what could be potentially at risk by doing these things?
No, and they're young. So we had to think about this. When I was 20, 21 in college, we did some dumb stuff. I'm so glad that social media
Oh my
was
God,
not
Without
around.
a doubt.
But we did some dumb things, and unfortunately, they are learning in front of everyone.
Right. Right.
And it's really our job. Our job to come in. Not saying the agents. I'm just saying the families. Period.
Right.
To really make sure that your player goes into college with a level head, because they get to these colleges and they pretty much spoil them. They have everything, that they want. Especially if they are a star athlete and they think that they can do no wrong, that they're invincible, and then they get in trouble or they do something stupid which affects them later on. Because remember, you're pretty much on a job interview this whole time while you're in college.
Exactly.
Right? And these NFL teams, they go as far back as high school.
Right.
And they call your high school coach. They call everyone to see how was his attitude, how was he as a team player, was he a leader? The questions that they ask, you're surprised, because most of the players are like, well, I can play. But it's a lot of people that can play.
Right.
We need to know how you're going to fit in our team, and can we make it work with you? Are you coachable? That's always number
Wow.
one.
That's a big
Are you
question.
going to try to show out and be a showboat and not a team player? And they look at that. And so the things that they do in college is really setting them up, in the long run. Unfortunately, some of them have missed millions of dollars
Leave it all on the table.
because they didn't get drafted in the first round because of something stupid that they did, and now they're going in the third round.
Right. That's honestly, that's millions that go from first to third is millions of dollars.
Millions. And it drastically drops, that money.
Right.
After the first round, then, going to the second round.
And it's funny, I can't even imagine, because when I was in that business a long time ago, before the phones and everything, if a guy did something maybe it made the news, but you be like, if it didn't, you be like,
Right.
oh, okay. But teams they still kind of could find out.
Right.
Today's time, like say that in that story, the news cycle, the story runs over and over.
Right.
So that kid's name continues to get sold. The more people share the story, they retweet the story.
Right.
And it's you like, dude, every time your name pop up, dog, million five,
Right.
2 million, 3 million, undrafted.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. And like you said, we have to. You want to educate the kids as much as possible, but you know they kids.
Absolutely.
You know they kids. And like, you think about stuff you did when you were 20,
Yeah.
21,
Right.
and it's like, thank God for us. Hey, if any of them Freaknik tapes pop
Oh
up,
my gosh.
it wasn't
Destroy
me.
everything.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Not Freaknik.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. It wasn't. But that
Right.
this is the time these kids are living
Right.
in, so we get to see their mistakes in real time.
You know what I didn't know?
Absolutely.
I saw a guy actually tweet this. He said I was going through the certain cities' police logs and found these players on it.
Hey.
So they go through the logs now. They look for the arrest. They're looking for the story. So even if you try to say we're gonna handle this internally, too late. It's already on Twitter.
Right. Right.
Well,
And
you
then
know.
they have so many different social media outlets, right? So you got Snapchat, then
Yeah.
you know, you got Twitter, you got Facebook, Instagram. It's just so many avenues, and I tell them all the time, everything is not for everyone to
Right.
see. And when I am recruiting a player, one thing I do, I talk about, I go and look at their social media, I see what they have going on, and even if they don't become my client, I still give them advice. Like, you might want to take that down. You that's not good. That's not a good look. You know, and sometimes, you know, you get a little pushback. Well, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But a lot of them will listen.
Right.
You know, but it's the way that you come at them and approach them and tell them, you know, hey, this is dollars and cents.
We about to wrap this show up when we come back, so stay with us. It's the Crush. I just saw because Maceo, he gotta be undrafted now. And they say, I know they trying to, still.
It depends on that. He get out here to Arizona. He go work out and he go run this 4-4-4-5.
Yeah, he gotta kill it. Oh, he gotta have phenomenal numbers.
And then somebody gonna say that ain't gonna like that. We ain't gonna take you here. But the thing is, all his bonus money, every little thing gonna be tied into character, performance. Like,
so when they go into do interviews, and you know character issues, what are you telling them at that time? I mean, because questions coming up.
I remember one time I seen
Somebody
somebody
go
with
in
a
there
camera
and
coming.
add
I went
previous
the other way.
issues.
Right.
You know the
right.
questions
Well,
coming.
We usually prep them. They are prepped, and we have them sit with a coach, and we go through interview coach that is, and we go through all of those questions that, you know, the hard questions, so that they can be prepared. You want your player to be prepared. You never send them into any of those interviews cold, because, you know, I had one player, his father was killed. I mean, it had nothing to do with him, but they still brought it up. You know, they still brought it up. So you have to be ready. You know, you have to be ready.
Cause I remember I had to fill out a questionnaire for one of the kids I coached, and I was like, "Y'all want to know all this?"
Yeah.
Like, my God.
Damn secret system.
Well, you get a phone call and you like, man, how you got my, dude, how you get my number?
Get your number right.
We got your number, brother. Quit asking questions.
Yeah.
We ask the question.
Let me ask you this question. How was he, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
20 seconds.
It's a quick show, man. Maceo gave us a story. We had some political talk. We had everything in 2 hours.
JJ must be a soccer practice. I appreciate it.
Oh, he gonna get that call. Somebody gonna hit him up. You know, May brought that story up again.
I know, right?
He
Coming
did it
back to the
again.
rundown.
Going in this Crush recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
with Blunt Power 3 space last for that. You can find out more about.
Blunt Power.
We're going to their website, bluntpower.com, or their Facebook page at Blunt Power. I love seeing people's faces when you sing, Maceo. It's just
Yeah, man. Nah, man. I'm like the Devontae swing for this thing.
I will. Let's make sure I give my boy. I know Bobby's caught in traffic. Ohio State did win the Big Ten.
They did.
Defeated Wisconsin 27-21.
Yeah.
They didn't get into 4.
They didn't get into 4.
But they did win the conference. Real decent. What do you think about that game? It's all right.
I mean, it was too close for Ohio State. Ohio State needed to take them to the woodshed. But again, it was. You know, I had Wisconsin winning. Yeah. I just thought, you know, JT Barrett played good enough for Ohio State to win. And Wisconsin still don't have no athletes.
How was JT after the game?
JT is not a guy.
They just gonna keep trying it. Keep trying it.
Go scroll through her time.
Yeah, like who she been tweeting?
Yeah. Look for some locations.
Finish up with these two games. I want to make sure we give props out to the local schools. Kennesaw State has advanced to the quarterfinals after beating
that's an upset. That's an upset.
Real big win.
Call it what it is. It's an upset.
In their third year to go to Jacksonville State and beat that squad who was number 3 in the country. Congratulations.
Right.
Ryan Hart College, they won their game in semifinals. They're now going to the NAIA championship game this weekend.
Without a doubt.
Congratulations to that school. And also to Georgia. We got to make sure we get all the Georgia schools in there. Congratulations. Georgia State as well, even though you didn't win, you're still going to a bowl game.
Hey, listen.
Congratulations to them as well.
The true freshman from Idaho, the quarterback.
He good like that.
Oh, he was slinging that thing all over the field.
But I'm just gonna put this out to fans. If you're a Georgia State fan, be a Georgia State fan. Don't call Georgia into the bins. Don't come support the kids.
Right.
Support the kids.
Right.
Now I gotta give Kennesaw State credit. They came to Jacksonville. That hour and a half drive was cool for them.
Right.
They had a good party, but don't leave your team sitting out there.
Support your school.
Support your school.
School.
Everybody want to go into the big body band. I know somebody was.
And a lot of y'all didn't even go in the game.
Yeah.
You know,
you just in the atmosphere.
You know.
And I know Tiffany. You know, she was in this presidential suite.
Yeah,
but
she
we
was
keep it rolling.
Suite. It's okay.
She was in the suite eating the good food.
It's okay. Had caviar and all that stuff.
They had cooks in there cooking for her, but that's fine.
Meanwhile, at Georgia State, we had. Yeah, let's
keep it going. Let's keep it going. Tiffany, you're going to jump into another venture. Tell us about it, please.
Yes, I will. Next year, we will begin our MBA part of the agency where we will be representing MBA athletes. And
wow.
So we
nice.
are excited. We are excited. So that is the new with Zenith Sports and Entertainment Group. That's our new venture.
You know, you could invite us to stuff.
I will.
Are y'all looking for any rappers?
They got a Thug Life. And they come. Oh my gosh. So where is his name? JJ, what's his name?
JJ, shout out to you,
but
baby.
I got talent.
Oh Lord.
JJ got that.
But I got
hard though,
talent.
man. JJ got hard.
I got talent.
JJ got hard though, man. So he wouldn't did that thing, man.
He wasn't drinking like I was drinking.
They just did that thing,
He
man.
didn't hit the bottle like I was hitting the bottle. I thought he was around drinking water and stuff. Hit me, let me know what you were drinking. I can't remember you drinking that night.
Thug like that. A real two game. USC Memphis was a basketball game. That actually was a football game.
Oh man, yeah.
62-55. We said that was gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
Actually,
that game
lasted
lasted like 5 hours.
Long game.
Yeah,
long game.
That game started at noon. It ended like Channel 2 News coming on.
And Boise State keep being Boise State, winning the Mountain West, defeated Fresno State 17-14.
Boise go Boise.
So what are your thoughts about this show? You was on both shows. You one of the few that have done both.
Really?
Yes.
I think that's great. I loved it. This was wonderful. This was fun. It was quick.
2 hours.
I mean, it seemed,
time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, there you go.
And we gave you a story that you always remember, you know. So how was the biz this Saturday?
How was the what?
The biz.
The biz.
The bins.
Oh, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna keep falling for it.
Was it comfortable?
It was comfortable on Sunday. How about that? Vikings.
Did Arthur Black do both
beat
things?
the Falcons.
Yes, they did. I can't wait till we crush the NFL.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy tomorrow. Hey, let me ask you this: who you got? Oklahoma plays Georgia. Alabama plays Clemson. Can you?
Okay, well, I'll
if you can't say it, I understand.
I would like Georgia to come out on top in that game. And Clemson, Alabama, I'm gonna go with Clemson.
Georgia, Clemson, old school rivalry right there.
That would be. Listen,
That's old school,
if that's
boy.
the national championship game, Clemson versus Georgia,
That's gonna be awesome.
that is boy.
Y'all don't think that's gonna happen? I'm assuming.
I don't know if we can't say it won't. What you think, Mace? Early. I know it's early. What you thinking right now?
Right now, I just have to see Georgia's defense. I got to see how they're gonna contain Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Oklahoma gonna be
They
very
hadn't played a
dangerous.
quarterback like Baker Mayfield this
Very
year.
dangerous,
I mean,
very
they
dangerous.
hadn't played.
Oh yeah. By the way, Pittsburgh is down 17-0 now. But
Jeez.
Come on, Pittsburgh. That's why. See,
you picked them, didn't you?
That's why
Right.
Cowboy fans
Yeah.
should never pick the Steelers. That's right there. You can't never depend on them bums for nothing.
I want to thank Leah for being our producer, and she played some great hits today. Played the Hampton University.
Yes.
Nice song.
Can I get my Tupac?
Shout out to Erica Mitchell. She's running for District 5
District
Board of
5.
Education,
Get out and
APS. Please, y'all. I hear the people, everybody say we don't vote. Local
Vote.
elections are the most important elections.
They are.
If your grandparents are still around, ask your grandparents why you should go vote.
Yeah.
Right.
Very important tomorrow. And like I say, everybody outside of the city looking at Atlanta like, are y'all really going to do this tomorrow?
Tell my granddad that you're not
Right.
going to vote. You're going to get a 22 to your foot.
Don't get distracted.
Yeah.
Get out and
Get
vote.
your butt out there.
Get out and
You can
vote.
stand in line during the crowd to get in the club. You can do this. Thank you, Tiffany. It was awesome.
Thank
for coming
you.
out.
Thank you for having me.
It was awesome.
Wonderful.
See you tomorrow, Mace.
You'll see me tomorrow, man.
Gonna have Thug Life.
I'm going to make my appointment.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Y'all are funny.
Thank you guys. You too.
Hey, you want to
Appreciate it.
tattoo? Hey, man, we gone. Morgan, go to bed. Morgan, go to bed. 85.